Hey guys, Seth here with another review from A Shot in the Dark Reviews. Today we have the Rofis TC1. I did a review and unboxing a few days ago, and I wanted to keep it clipped on my keychain here to be able to kind of see how it works in everyday life. And what you're seeing right now is the battery indicator. This is a really cool flashlight. If you look at the review, you'll see all of its nifty features. But basically, there's no twist, there's no click, there's no side button. This is purely a touch-sensitive light, which is pretty cool. So I wanted to take a second and do some beam shots for you. In essence, you want to check the battery of the light, you tap it once, and it'll start to breathe blue. That means it is at 100%. It'll go down to red and then breathing red when finally it needs to be recharged. So you tap it again, battery indicator goes away. So that's based on a short tap. If you do a long tap, it turns on the light. Gives you the battery indicator, but it turns on the light. Now, this is low, and keep in mind, this is a keychain light. This is an incredibly small light. So this is low, moonlight, whatever you'd like to call it. It would be fine for reading a book or checking a map or, trying to find something in your car while retaining your night vision. Whatever the case may be, this puts out an excellent usable moonlight mode. And I like that because the runtime on moonlight is really good for something of this size. So, you don't want to wake up your partner, you don't want to wake up your partner while you read a book or something of that nature. This is a very uninvasive and usable moonlight mode. But then you start jumping up here, and another press brings you up to low. This carport is 25 feet. You can't quite see it. That's the edge of the carport. That is 12 feet away. That's a power washer. And you can't quite make out the tree in the background there, just barely, but that tree is 25 feet away. So then we're going to tap it again, and this is high. This, wait a minute, it may not be high. Yeah, that was high. Medium. And high. Now, high is supposed to be 120 lumens. This is absolutely a floodlight. There is zero hotspot. All of the light that's being given out is complete flood, and it's incredibly even. I'm thoroughly impressed because this is 120 lumens on a light that is half the size of my pinky, and I'm not a big dude. Power washer at 12 feet. End of the carport at 25 feet. Now you can see that tree in the background that's 25 feet. And to be honest, as far as from the naked eye and not really what could be revealed in the video, there is a lot of usable light for any application in high. This Empress tree is about 25 feet tall. I mean, it just puts out an immense amount of light for its size. Doesn't heat up, stays incredibly cool to the touch no matter how long you run it. It's another Empress tree. You can barely see the shed on the video, but it does illuminate the general features of the shed very well at 120 lumens. Now this has one more interesting kind of quirk to the UI. Your next mode that you're going to tap brings you into a low or high. They do their turbo a little bit weird. This is supposed to be 65 lumens, and this is after the turbo. But so technically it doesn't have turbo. It has low, and then it has medium, and then it has turbo, and then it has high. I don't know why the UI is set up that way. I'll say that I like this particular setting. This is usually what I leave it on, is the 65 lumen, because it's enough to get out of your car. You get an excellent run time on it. I'm impressed with the light all the way around for the size. I mean, you're talking about something so incredibly tiny. There's just barely anything to that light. And this is very, very usable to find your way to, you're walking a dog and it's dark. And I mean, you need the run time behind it. You're going for a long walk. I'd say, yeah, this is absolutely going to light your path and light it comfortably, even though it is a keychain light. I mean, it's just impressive. So we go back to low, medium, high. That's another Empress tree, about 30 feet from the top. Duck enclosure in the background, you can barely see. That aluminum trough right there is actually about 40 feet away. There's just a ton of light that is coming out of such a small package. The build quality is amazing. The quality of the light itself, how the diffuser works with the optic. I mean, the whole thing is just, it is a really excellent piece of craftsmanship for 20 bucks. This is the side of my house. I'm probably, I'd say I'm about 30, 35 feet away. And I mean, we don't have a big house or anything, but I mean, it just lights up the entire side of the house with the flood out of this tiny little light. All right, last thing I'll show you here. We'll get it back to that high mode. And let's say, of course, it's really difficult to lock or to accidentally turn this light on. I've had it hanging from my keys for a couple of weeks now, and I mean, there's not a single scratch in the anodized aluminum, no chips, no scuffs, no snail trails. So I mean, the build quality is pretty darn impressive. So all of that with the way they have the recharge, you'll have to watch my unboxing and my review, but I mean, for a $20 light, there's a lot of tech that went into this, and it's a very straightforward setup. So I'm going to show you this last feature, this lockout feature. So you're going to longer press to turn it off, right? And remember, half press gives you your battery indicator, and then another half press or quick press turns it off. If you want to lock the light, you're going to press and hold the back for 4 seconds. It's going to flash like that, and now I'm currently tapping on the back of the light, and you can't see anything, no battery indicator, no nothing. That is a complete lockout. To get it out of the lockout, you press on the back again for 4 seconds, and you are back to whatever mode you were previously in. In this case, it's that high 65 lumens. And Now, low, medium, high 120 or turbo 120 lumens, and down to 65. And that's it. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope this, I mean, for being a $20 light, I hope this sheds some light, haha, pun intended, on what is possible to get for an inexpensive amount of money. I mean, the build quality on this, I just can't speak enough about. So, everyone, thank you. I appreciate your support. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw it in the comments at the bottom. I have heard that liking and subscribing and clicking on a little bell thingy is good. So if you guys like the review or have criticisms or suggestions, I'm open to all of it. Feel free to do all of those things, and I will keep bringing you videos. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening, and stay bright.